Okay, we ready?
Well, good morning. I hope you're doing well. We are back in Middle Earth, and we're back on Miss Fistula, who is getting ready to do the festival quest on the Bywater side. That is the original Farmer's Fair quest. And as you can see, she did get herself that dress, and we have dyed it Imladris Fallen Leaf. Very pretty. And she's even dyed her circlet of fresh cut flowers to match it. And she has the basket of apples, because of course. Alright.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Fistula, hello. Are you keeping out of trouble at the Farmer's Fair? Of course you are. You wouldn't sink to the level of these dreadfully misbehaved partygoers. If you're looking for something to do, would you help me make the rounds about the fair? Some folk have had too much to drink and must be reprimanded for bad behavior and being a public nuisance. Alright, we'll do that. And of course, we also want to talk to the mayor.
Can I take a moment of your time?
What a feast this is! The Farmer's Fair is my favorite festival of the year, Fistula. I insist upon tasting every food that is offered at the market. The problem is, sometimes I sample something rather alarming, and I need relief. Will you help me? Sure. Not quite rich enough. Butter. Alright, so that's one. And between rounds, we can keep an eye out for any hobbits that say anything weird. So far, everyone's perfectly sober. Yep, that one was fine. That one's fine. It's missing a little something. Salt. It's missing salt. Waste the victuals at the Farmer's Fair. Shoot, I don't know which one. Wait. Okay, we got it. Just in time. So, if they say waste the victuals instead of taste the victuals, then that one's wrong. Slupper. Yeah, if she says win slupper instead of win supper, that one's wrong. Dear me, it burns, it burns. Okay, he needs milk. May the hair on your toes grow thick and curly. That one's right. Mad Baggins, that one's right. Fresh licked vegetables. Yeah, we don't want any freshly licked vegetables, so that one is definitely wrong. I got into quite a squirrel with Ted Sandyman. So, she's drunk. Of course I missed it. Darn it. Alright, what do you want now? Spicy, save me! Milk. Fun fact, if you're dealing with some spicy food, it is better to drink milk than it is to drink water. Ah, here's another one. Got into quite a squirrel. And slipper. That was actually 2 in a row we managed to pick up. I must cleanse my palate. He wants wine. Coral. Those are right. Now, if you see them say, may the toes in your hair grow thick and curly, then you know they're drunk. If you see one say, I burped, ha ha ha, that one's drunk. If you see them say, waste the victuals, they're drunk. If you see them say, slupper instead of supper, they're drunk. It's missing a little something. Alright, we want the salt. Okay, so
Hello.
we have relieved the mare. Oh, the meal really hit the spot, Fistula. If you hadn't been there to help me fetch what I needed, I don't think I would be half as content as I am right now. Has anyone ever told you that you're really not a bad sort of hobbit? Really? I burped, pardon me, so that one's right. Farmers judge the local pigs, that one's right. Now, if they say pigs judge the local farmers, then you know they're drunk. Oh. Coral. That's right. If they say I got into a squirrel with, then you know it's wrong. Ah, slupper. Another drunk. And another one right there. Pigs judge the local farmers. Okay, so we're done with that one. Turn it in.
Well, the gall of some folk.
And we look at the festival, cool reception journey at the farmer's fair. Which one? What? Helping hand. So we've done cabbages. I want to do the beehives now. We go over to this gentleman.
Stay and have some tea.
Goodness me, I can't possibly keep up with the incredible demand of the festival goods all by myself. Everything seems to be running out all at once, but the suppliers for the fair are all over the Shire. Will you help me? Perhaps I can give you a little incentive to make these runs as speedy as can be. So, we have to pick one. We could go to Bamfurlong to restock the mushrooms, Budgeford for the bacon, Cotton's Farm is the cottage cabbages, and it's just across the street. Burroughs Farm for the pipeweed, North Cotton for the wine. That's, I think, that or Bamfurlong are the furthest away. Sandstone for the eggs. Appledores for the apples, which is actually right near the party tree. But we're going to do the beehives.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
No more honey. And I was about to drink my tea. This makes me so terribly sad. Head to the Chuckling Beehive straight away and find another jar for the market and bring it back as quickly as you can. Here, take this pie. It uses my great-grandmother's secret recipe and is said to lend you incredible speed when you take a bite of it. Hurry now. Do not tarry. Now, it's a timed quest. You have 5 minutes to get to the location and then get back with the item. Now, you can ride to the location on your steed of choice. However, to get back, you must run, which is why they give you the pie as a speed boost. And some of those you will find yourself coming in quite under the wire. But this one will be just fine, because the beehives are right here. So we'll grab the honey. We'll take a bite of that pie, which speeds us up. Run, little hobbit. Run, Fistula. Oh, take another bite of that pie. She's only going to get 2 bites of the pie. She's very sad. But we'll be done with this. There you go.
How do you do?
Hooray, you are the hero of the farmer's fair. Oh, thank you. Now, next we're going to talk to her.
Don't you walk off. I need to speak with you.
Where are those simpletons? The other sellers have disappeared, surely to go up and enjoy the fair. I will have their hides if they dare to show their faces after all these hours. I'm short of hands, Fistula, as you can surely see. Would you be so kind as to help me? There are many orders to be filled. Alright, start this one.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Apples, please. Hello, I need apples, and a good number of them as well. Please get to work right away. The crate is somewhere behind you in the stall there. Move along now. I do not have all day. Now, since she's already done this, and gathered a whole bunch of apples, I was going to say all she needs is the golden, and she got that in the first crate. That does not usually happen.
Day it has.
There you are. Thank you. That customer is growing restless. I will get the order to her. I just need to find a bag. Right, next one we're going to do is this gentleman here.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Mushroom stew, please. 1 large bowl, thank you, and make it fresh. The hobbit stares at you expectantly, looking as if he might attempt to eat anything in sight if you keep him waiting too long. So, we start here with the savory mushroom stew recipe. And we can read it, but I actually know what order to go in, so we're just going to run over here. And we're going to start with the beef. Yes, there is beef in this mushroom stew. Actually sounds very tasty. Then we need the salt, which is right here. That's not what I wanted to click on. Right here, right near where we found the recipe. Now, we come over here. This next thing we want to add is water. Okay, so we've added water to our stew. Run over this way. And the next ingredient is carrots. And we're having a little bit of lag. Oh, and by the way, the manning the market, you have like 15 minutes to do everything. Just saying. And bacon is next on the list. So we have beef and bacon in this recipe. I think out of the two, I might do without the beef and just keep the bacon, but maybe mushrooms. That's the main ingredient. So we're going to do mushrooms twice, since it is the main ingredient of mushroom stew. Actually, I'm wondering if I could make a recipe like this. I think I'd have to put more than just salt to seasoning, though. Run down here to the oven. Use this little bitty pot, and we're going to make our stew. And then Fistula's going to eat it all. Oh, no. She's going to bring it over to the stall.
How rude.
Thank goodness. I will give this to your customer straight away. It smells lovely. Now, we're going to skip this one for the moment. We're going to do it last. We're going to go with
some tea.
this one. Hello there. It's about time. I've been waiting for service for quite a long while, and this order isn't filling itself, you know. Here's my list. Please find these items at once. I haven't got all day. And she is quite the snob. So, our shopping list. She wants an onion. She likes onions with color, so she wants a red onion. Now, for cheese, she has a hankering for something soft and delicate, so she wants the lighter colored cheese. Next on the list, bread. And she wants it sweet, fluffy, and light. So she wants the regular bread. Meat. She wants something salty but not too salty, fatty but not too fatty, so she just wants this hunk of meat here. Apples. She wants something that will offer contrast to the onion, so green apple. And in fact, none of them want red apples, just to let you know. And cabbage. She wants cabbage, but she doesn't want a lot, so she wants these small head of cabbage. Okay, we have everything. We'll turn that in. And it says, oh well done, Fistula. Filling these orders can be tricky, but I see that you got everything to make this patron happy. You are a great help. Now, if you get it wrong, you actually have to start over. Hello there. It's about time. I've been waiting for service for quite a long while, and this order isn't filling itself, you know. Okay, so they all say the same thing, and they're all incredibly rude and snooty. Alright, he just wants a plain old onion, so he wants a yellow onion. He wants a sharp cheese, so he wants this dark orange one. For bread, he just wants a plain bread, so the lighter color to the loaf. Meat. He does not want meat. Apple, he wants a tart apple, not the sweet red variety. Like I said, none of them want the red. And he does not want any cabbage. So we're done with that one. And she just says the same thing she said last time. So I'm assuming this patron is going to say, yeah, the same thing the other two did. So we're not going to reread that a third time. Onion. And she goes back and forth, red, white, and she ends up choosing white, or as I said, yellow onion. Cheese, sharp as a knife. So she wants the dark orange, well, I should say dark yellow, orange cheese. Bread, she wants this nice, seedy, dark loaf. Meat, is there really any worthy meat but bacon? So she wants bacon. Apples, now she says that's easy, red, if I liked apples, which I don't. None for me, thanks. And cabbage, she wants the biggest head of cabbage we could find. Okay, so that's done. Turn it in.
Well, the gall of some folk.
And now we take this last
Could
one.
I take a moment of your time?
Says, hey, you there. Who's responsible for this market? I happen to know that the vendors who should be here are lollygagging about the fair. Do I need anything? No, I don't need anything. I need someone to teach these lazy vendors a lesson. That's what I need. If you want to fill my order, do this. Go teach them a lesson. Okay. And while we're at it, we're going to pick up this quest, which will actually take us to the other side.
Hello there.
But it starts here. I would like to give a gift to my friend Tansy Tyfield, who works tirelessly at the party tree. I think she deserves a treat to help her cool off. Take a little frozen sweet cream from the vat and bring it to Tansy if you would. And a hint, if you'd like, frozen sweet cream goes remarkably well with honey and fresh fruit. You can find these things here in Bywater, you know. Alright, so we're going to start with the frozen sweet cream. And then over here we have our fresh fruit. Looks like some sort of berries, strawberries, cherries, who knows. Raspberries, maybe. I am going to say it's strawberries because out of those three, that's my favorite. Now, in here, first we need to talk to him.
Oh, it's been a foul day, it has.
Some honey for dessert. Order for Blewett Goldworthy. On the house, my friend, on the house. I'm a great admirer of Blewett's desserts. This honey is fresh from a local hive. I was going to use it for my next batch of mead, but I can get more tomorrow. And while we're in here, there is our first vendor, and we need to yell at him. And we have convinced him to go back to work. He says, oh, I missed my shift. I fell asleep. It wasn't the drink at all. I'm innocent. Oh, while we're at it, we should probably mix the dessert. There. Now, get on our horse. We still have 5 minutes left. We have plenty of time to finish this. And this is the second vendor. And he says, what time is it? So many mushrooms. Oof. And the final one is over here. And of course, this guy is going to stand right on top of her. Alright, but we did convince her to go back to work. She says, but I don't want to work. I just want to dance. You're mean. And I did forget there is one more quest in here. So, first we're going to turn in this quest here.
Oh, how rude.
Now, we're going to go ahead and turn in our daily.
Good day.
I hope you're having fun at the festival. It seems you're having a swell time, so perhaps you'll enjoy one of these rewards. Here you are. Come back tomorrow and I shall have more rewards for you. So how many tokens do I have now?
Good day.
So we could get the Tome of the Dark Grey Goat. But I definitely want this Apple Picker Party Set, but I have to do the Summer Instant, which we won't do today. However, I can get the Steed. So we'll do that. And while I'm thinking about it, we'll go ahead and slot that new horse. We can relock our bar. Let's take a look at the steed real quick, shall we? So it would match the dress nicely if the dress was the original color. Although yellow and green goes very nicely together anyway. Actually not a bad looking steed, even though it does look like it's wearing Grandma's tablecloth. The steed itself is very nice. The pattern on Grandma's tablecloth is actually rather nice. I would actually honestly use it as a tablecloth. Now, I did say there's one more quest on this side that I missed. And it's this guy here.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Those bounders are so mean, accusing me, poor innocent me, of drunken, disorderly, and misconduct. It cannot be borne. You'll have a drink with me, won't you? Stick it to those nasty bounders, eh? So we take a drink. And then we find ourselves drunk, and with a bag full of rotten vegetables we need to get rid of. So we're going to run over here, because this is the most convenient place to do this, as you can tell. We're going to highlight the bounder, and we're going to start throwing vegetables at him. And this one takes a minute, as you can tell, because we have to wait for the vegetables to recharge for whatever reason. So, as soon as she's done, I will be right back. Alright, so we're getting ready to throw the last vegetable. But can we take a moment to appreciate just what a cheerful little drunk she is? She's so cheerful. Alright. And go back to the drunk. Turn the quest
Just a
in.
moment.
Well done, Fistula. You bowed them shoulders. You bowed them shounders. Hey now, who drank my beer? And she's still drunk. She's gonna be drunk for a few more seconds. Oh, another minute and 40 seconds. Perfect. We'll go ahead and go find some lost items while we're wearing off our drunk. We also finished the manning the market, because if you do all the quests in under the amount of time, you actually get more points and tokens for that.
Stay and have some tea.
You will never ever believe what happened to me today. I wrote it all down as soon as I recovered just to make sure I captured every detail. Are you ready to hear this? Good. I caught a giant fish. So giant that it would not fit in my burrow if I were to bring it home for dinner. Don't believe me, do you? Well, he dragged me all over and I lost everything I owned. How do you explain that, eh? Speaking of, would you appreciate it very much if you could help me find all my belongings? Here is the story of my day. Perhaps it will give you clues where to go. And he actually has a whole story. Here's an account of my encounter with the biggest fish in all the world. You will be hard-pressed to find a more compelling tale. Chapter 1. The spare fishing pole. The first thing I remember was checking the fishing nets along the shore to the pond. This was when he appeared. He opened his mouth wide as the vast blue sky clamped down on my spare fishing pole and ripped it from my grasp. That was the last I saw of my spare pole. Ever the quick thinker, I threw a hook in his mouth and caught hold of him with a strong fishing line. Now, we got the bait, I think. No, this is the bait. Chapter 2. The Disappearing Hoe. The next thing I knew, I was being dragged along the shore, struggling the whole way and clutching my worm-digging hoe for dear life. I paused at the bridge, the one on my left, wiped my brow, and was suddenly whisked away again. I don't remember seeing my hoe after that. Chapter 3. So cold. Suddenly, I was dragged under the water, and it was icy. Up I went, and under I was pulled. The world all a spin, and I found myself all the way on the other side of the lake. By the way, that was his 11sies. Gasping for breath. I let go of the pole at last, and that was when I ran, giving up on catching the fish for fear of my very life. I was so cold from the water, and that was when I realized I no longer had my favorite cloak to wrap about myself. And speaking of which, there's his cloak. Chapter 4, 11sies. Before I went far, the weariness took hold. I had breakfast, but not second breakfast. I made sure to stop at Barry's burrow to beg some food of a neighbor. We ate 4 strips of crispy fat bacon, 3 boiled eggs, 3 thick slices of bread, and an apple apiece. He packed me a bag for 11sies so that I wouldn't be hungry as I made my way back to the other shore, but the trip through the water had muddled my wits so much that I left the bag at his burrow. So we've already gotten the 11sies. And speaking of which, here's the fishing pole, which was the first thing in the story. Chapter 5, Bait It. My hunger took hold again. As I made my way slowly around the pond, my dropped 11sies meal was sorely missed. I was so hungry that my feet strayed along a memory that a large farm was not far. I went to the farm, baited by the memory of carrots, oats, and savory onions, and fish. Of course, fish. All the while I was carrying my lucky bait with me, and instead of catching my lunch for me, it only served to remind me of tasty, delicious, fresh fish. I reached the farm and ate the carrots fresh from the ground. That was when I finally came back here, except I no longer had my lucky bait. Here I am now, alone, afraid, cold, hungry, without a cloak, without a spare fishing pole, and without my lucky bait. Does the tale truly end this way, or will I, the hero, be reunited with my goods in the end? I don't think I've ever read that whole thing before, and it's actually quite hilarious. Here's your stuff.
Good day.
Did you see how far that great giant fish threw me with all my belongings? Surely you believe me now. I'm going to try to catch that beast if it's the last thing I do. No, I don't believe you, honestly, but good try. Now, we have one more quest that starts on that side and finishes on the party tree side. And that is frozen sweet cream, which is to bring that frozen dessert to Pansy Tiefield, who is working the summer festival on this side. And she is right over here.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Is this for me? Oh, thank you, Fistula. You and Bywater dears. I was worried I wouldn't have time to get frozen sweet cream from Bywater before the stand closed for the day. There's ever so much to do here. This makes me so happy. And there we go. That was all the festival quests from the Bywater side. Next time we will do all the festival quests here on the party tree side. Until then, bye for now.